Breaking news from the NBA, and this is not a huge shock, but the Board of Governors have passed legislation for draft lottery reform. This will take place starting in 2019's NBA draft. In the previous setup, the odds for the number one overall pick amongst the worst records, if you had the worst record in the NBA, you had a 25% chance of getting the number one pick in the lottery. Then it was about 20% chance, and then just over 15% chance. Now, the three teams with the worst record will all share a 14% chance of getting the number one overall pick. And they've also extended this to four teams that can become part of the lottery draw. So in the past, if you were the worst record, the worst you could end up was 4. Now you could end up with 5. So it's flattening it, which is ironically exactly the way this was about 30 years ago. But they don't want people tanking the way they have in previous years. They don't want people resting. Small market teams, I guess, have resisted this, but they've gone ahead and passed it. So I don't know if that will just out of the box improve tanking. Teams will still tank, but maybe the incentive to just be the worst overall team will not be there because it's no longer weighted the way it has been in the past.
And I don't know if it's going to be successful, Ryan, but again, this is what Adam Silver's all about. This is why he's so well-liked, because he sees an issue, he sees a problem, and he tries to fix it. All this complaining about too many players sitting out back-to-backs. All right, we'll start the season middle of October. Therefore, players will get more rest. Hopefully, less stars will take nights off. There's been a cavalcade of criticism about the lottery system and tanking, notably with the Sixers. Okay, we'll make some adjustments then. I don't know if it's going to work, but at least I appreciate that there's a commissioner who's willing to listen and try new things.
It seems to happen quick with him, right?
Right. He's not waiting 3 or 4 years. Like, let's go. Let's get this done now. I don't have to wait for the union approval. Let's just get it done.
Yeah, this is good for business. It's good for our partners. And last year, the biggest problem was it wasn't just guys resting. It's, oh, wait a minute, Golden State's got a game against Minnesota on a Friday, and then they're playing the Spurs on Saturday, and they play everybody Friday, and then no one plays Saturday on ABC. When we start launching out our big Saturday night ABC games in the second half of the season, and everybody's watching, you can't have it. You can't have that. So you would think, because of the extended schedule, the limited number of back-to-backs, and it still wasn't that many, to be honest with you. I think it was all between 13 and 17 instances per team last year. Only 4. Too many 4 and 5s. There weren't that many overall. Not even every team had a 4 and 5. Now there's none. So the players, it's going to be harder for you as a team to get away with the idea that you're resting your guys. And if you're going to rest them, how do you don't have to shut down your 3 best players all at the same time and stop doing it on your TNT or ESPN, ABC broadcasts?